Hi there everyone, I'm Nicole James Escobar and I'm here to tell you about an audiobook that I really enjoyed. And right now I'm checking the published date. It was recently released back in 2006. They made an audiobook version of it back in 2019. I recently read this book about a year ago and I absolutely loved it. It is 5 out of 5 for me. It's called The Lies of Locke and Lamora by Scott Lynch. And it is narrated by Micheal Page, and normally he does a lot of nonfiction books and more of the drier type of narration. But for this book, he is absolutely perfect. I loved him in this book. His voice is so versatile that he's able to portray all the different characters and you know who's talking, and that for me is a really important part. Anyway, this book is about a young boy. We meet him for the beginning at the age of like 5 or 6, and he is going to live as an orphan with a bunch of other orphans, which, normally, okay, I enjoy a kind of a coming of age book, and this really is one of the coming of age books. The story isn't linearly told, and for sometimes that kind of gets a little confusing, but I really enjoyed this one. And it's set back in a time where they didn't have the modern technology, and so things like lanterns and sailboats and horse and carriages, those make an appearance in here. And I really enjoyed it because it lets this boy who is being trained to be a thief do things that he couldn't do with video cameras in today's world. It is a very well written book. It has really rich details about not only the characters but the scenery. It's well thought out. The characters, I have to be honest, I fell in love with the secondary character, Jean, and there are books that really become one of your personal favorites, and it was so much of my personal favorite that I bought the physical copy, and I bought a nice bound set of the 3. Very beautiful. The writing is so on point. It's dry, witty, sarcastic, everything you could want for in a book. And while it does have a little bit of bad language and it does sometimes go into the violent, I think it is good for a wide range of audiences, even those perhaps a little bit on the younger scale, because I think that the book is interesting. If they don't find it interesting, they're not going to listen to it, obviously. My recommendation to get the most out of this book is audiobook. Micheal Page does a fantastic job. And honestly, if I could choose a narrator for my books, it would be Micheal Page. Well, one of the narrators anyway. Check it out. If you don't like it by the end of the first chapter, you probably will not like it. But the first chapter hooks you in so well that if you just have to read it. Get the free sample. It's on Apple Books. Both the audiobook and the ebook are on Apple Books, and that's my preferred way to read books. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it, because as my personal favorite, I love hearing that other people really enjoyed it as well, or you didn't enjoy it, so just tell me. It's called The Lies of Locke and Lamora by Scott Lynch. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.